Hi, I'm Dubansky, and I'm here today to talk to you about my collection of Blooks. In January next year, 2016, I'm going to be having an exhibition of my collection of book-shaped objects at the Grolier Club. And I have just written a catalog, and I really need your support in order to publish the catalog and also, hopefully, to pay for some of the programs that I'd like to have and share with you. Today I'm going to show you a few of the objects. They're going to be in the exhibition. The book objects in the collection and in the exhibition are from many, many countries throughout the world and made throughout many time periods. And also for different kinds of people of all ages, especially children, young people, adults. First thing I want to show you is a really wonderful object called the snake trick. And the snake trick, this is a folk art snake trick, and it's an American piece. Although snake boxes have been made all over the world and still are being made today. And this is a beautiful marquetry one, and what happens is the owner of the snake box gives it to the unsuspecting viewer, and the viewer says, "What a beautiful object." And they pull down the forage, and out comes the snake. And the snake bites. Some of the snake boxes are fitted with very sharp tongues, and they'll actually give you a little pinch. Following in the gag theme, and this is a gag, is something called a punchline book. And punchline books are American. They were made mostly from the 1930s through the 1950s by several novelty companies. This is a very unusual one. It's made by a company named Marcy, and I've never seen another one by that country. And it's an altered book with the title Crime Does Not Pay by Dostoevsky. And again, just like the snake trick, when you open it, there's a gag. In this case, this one says, but every holdup is not a crime. There's going to be quite a few of these in the exhibition because I've collected, I tried to make a collection of record of the punchline books because I think they're quite rare. The third thing that I'd like to show you is something you may be familiar with. It's a biscuit tin, a Huntley and Palmer biscuit tin made in the early 1900s. Huntley Palmer made, and a lot of the biscuit companies made decorative tins which were sold at Christmas time, normally at Christmas time, and really were gifts, and obviously were kept and treasured over the years by the people who own them. This one's in very good condition, and I've chosen to show you this one because it's exceptional in the fact that it's proven that the design of this binding, the binding of the biscuit tin, is modeled after an 18th century book in the British Library. And this ties it very nicely into book history, which I tried to do with my collection and the exhibition. So I've got a cottage roof binding. The fourth thing I'm going to show you is one of my favorite objects. It's called the chiffonette. The chiffonette was invented in the late 1930s. It's patented. There's 2 patents for it. It was invented by a woman from Indiana named Hazel Terry. And this is a 7-volume chiffonette, but there are also 3, 5, and 7-volume chiffonettes with different types of bookends and different types of decoration because it must have been very popular at its time because it was made in so many variations and sold over a long period of time, really as a popular bride's gift. I've seen it advertised as a popular bride's gift. And here's a bit of a close-up of it. And what's so remarkable about this particular chiffonette is that it still has its original cards because the chiffonette was marketed with its recipe cards and dividers. And what's really unusual about this one, and so bookish, which I love about it, is that this particular chiffonette, the owner of it, a Mrs. Schultz, used it to hide a very incendiary letter that was sent to her by a Christian in 1957, and it's so wonderful to still have this letter. The last 2 things I'm going to show you, I chose both because of how interesting they are, and also because they were gifts to the collection, and I really wanted to use this opportunity to thank past donors, and of course I thank you for even watching this video. I really appreciate it. This is a recent gift from the artist Beatrice Carone. Beatrice told me for many years that she had this box, and I had always secretly hoped that she might want to part with it, and somehow, recently, she did. And I've taken it to the Chinese librarians where I work, and they've helped me to translate the title. And apparently it's a faux title, and it's the notebook of a woman who was a real famous female general in the late Ming Dynasty. And what it is, I think you can see, it has a beautiful bird and blossoms on the cover. It's very substantial. It's a dresser box. It has a hidden mirror, and this is what it looks like. You can see it's a beautiful red foredge, and it has a hidden compartment here on the bottom that originally held a drawer, but the drawer is no longer there. It's quite hard to open, but here you can see it. And the owner of this box could hide her treasures there, her cosmetics. And the last thing I'd like to show you was really a wonderful surprise gift. And this is something called a Lumio, and this is also to show you that I would say my collection goes from the early 19th century to the present. And this is probably the newest and one of the most beautifully designed book objects, Blooks, that I have. And it's called a Lumio, and it was invented by Max Gunawan, and Max kindly came one day to me and brought me this Lumio as a gift so that I can include it in my exhibition, and I'm going to show you how it works. It has magnetic covers, so the book can be opened to 360 degrees, or you could show it flat like that, and it's really wonderful and a beautiful addition to the exhibition. So I'd like to thank you all, and I hope that you will support me, and I can't wait to show you the entire collection and hopefully meet some of you in person. Thank you.
Who wrote the book of life?